Good day, trendsetters. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully a real quick video for you today. I think I've mentioned in the past how much I really love Flextail's gear, and I gotta say they're probably my favorite company that I currently work with. They're just really yeah, you'll see in an upcoming video at some point why I think they're great, but for the time being I've got a quick giveaway for you. Flextail have been good enough to send me their latest and greatest tiny pump for, you know, air beds, sleeping mats, all sorts of inflatables. This bad boy is the all new Max Pump 3. Now previously I showed you guys the Zero pump, this tiny little thing. This one packs a whole lot more power in not much of a bigger size, and it's got a few little advantages, well, pretty big advantages I reckon, that I'll go over real quickly for you over the Zero pump. This one, obviously minimum weight, this one's tiny, it's 1.2 ounces or something like that, tiny. Weighs nothing, very small. This one's a little bit bigger, but it doesn't weigh much more, not a lot in it. And I think for the extra features you get with this one, it's well worth the money. It's a bit of a drag, guys, when I recommend this. If you've got this one, this is fine, it's really good, it's awesome. If you haven't got a pump for your airbed yet and you're still blowing it up with your mouth or using a pump sack or whatever, you might want to look at this one. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when companies keep upgrading stuff, but in another way it is really good because, you know, they're innovating, making products better and better all the time. So firstly, basically what you get with it is the pump itself. You get a little carry bag that you can store it in. You get a whole bunch of nozzles. There's I think 6 different nozzles, so you know you can pump up all sorts of stuff. There's even like a pointy one for inflating. I don't think you wouldn't blow up a ball or something with that, but a bunch of nozzles anyway. And there is also the option to, this doesn't come standard. If you purchase this, you can pick this as an optional extra. It's a little hard carry case for it. Pretty cool. So I think the main advantages over the Zero pump, this one has a rechargeable battery inside it, but to recharge it you've got to actually pull it apart, take the battery out, and the battery itself has a USB-C port in it that you plug in to charge it up. Not a big deal, but this one has an inbuilt battery, so yeah, the drawback is it's not replaceable, but it's got a USB-C port on the outside that you just plug it in and charge it up. But probably the biggest advantage with the Max Pump 3 is it has an inbuilt light. So you double tap the light button and you've got that style of light, and then you hit it again and it's got like a more of an ambient style light. Hit it again, you got both, so a bit more brightness, and then off. There is also like a dimming feature, so once you've got the light on, you hold down the power button and it will dim slowly down to like a dimmer light, so you know battery will last longer and all that sort of stuff. It's also got a nice little hook here that folds away. You know, you can hang it up in your tent or whatever. Very cool. But the main thing it does is pump things up. Of course, the light's just an added bonus. This is the adapter that I use for pumping up both my pillow, my Zero pillow and my Zero mat from both from Flextail. I've reviewed these in the past, guys. If you are after an inflatable pillow that doesn't feel like an inflatable pillow, I've reviewed it in the past. Some of you guys have bought it and said, hell yeah, that's the best inflatable pillow I've ever seen. So don't just trust me. These are really good, and the insulated sleeping pad is also freaking awesome. Yeah, really good for cold nights, I tell you. It doesn't roll up as tight as other you know, sleeping mats, but being super insulated, it's really good. Anyway, we'll pump this pillow up. It takes about 1 second. Jam that in there. We double tap the pump button. Now this thing does pump up to, it can pump up to 5 kPa, kilopascals or whatever that is. So you can get a fair bit of pressure out of it if you need to or you want to. That's the pillow pumped up. I'll go ahead and pump up the sleeping mat. I'll just quickly show you guys, you can, with the pump on, if you hold that button down, you can slow it down. So if you don't want as much pressure or as much speed, you can do that. But just keep in mind that it has, with the inbuilt battery, a 25-minute runtime. Now I timed pumping this airbed up from dead flat yesterday. Took 42 seconds. So if you do the maths, I worked it out that you could pump this thing up 35 times on one charge with this. That's crazy. Anyway, we'll whop it in here. Pumping up. I'll speed the footage up so you don't have to wait 42 seconds. Hey. So you don't even have to hold it while you're doing it, while it's doing its thing. So there you go, you can see how firmly it's pumped that up. Of course you can, you know, let it down a bit if that's too hard. Yeah, it should do that around about 35 times on one charge, and it doesn't take long at all to charge up. Now it wouldn't be a Flextail pump without being able to deflate stuff as well. You can of course pop this thing onto the other side of the pump's body, get it in there and suck the air out. Got to make sure it doesn't. It's not as easy as it looks though. I don't usually bother deflating this stuff. I just pull the plug out and let it sit for a while and it does it by itself. But anyway, you get the idea. So a couple more quick specs on this one, guys. 122 grams is all it weighs. As I said, 5 kPa, 500 litres per minute. That's what it can pump out. As I mentioned in my other video on the Zero pump, you can use this thing to blow on your fire to get it going. If it's, you know, if your kindling's a bit wet or whatever, they can be really useful to, instead of getting down and trying to blow on your fire by yourself, use this thing. They work really well. And of course, the big advantage to using one of these rather than you know, your lungs to pump up your sleeping pad or whatever is it's nice dry air. It's not moist air from your breath, which causes mold inside these things, and that's something you don't really want. Now Flextail are giving away one of these bad boys in your choice of color. There's orange, of course, black, and I think the other one might be silver. That's open to worldwide, guys, not just Australia. So if you, you know, if you're keen on winning one of these, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment below with the hashtag Flextail in it, and I'll know that you're interested in winning. And also like the video, please. That would be awesome. And I'll put you in the draw to win it. I'll draw a winner, and then Flextail will ship out the product to you directly. If you don't win it or you want to buy one yourself anyway, check out the links in the description, guys. There'll also be links to the airbed, the awesome pillow, the Zero pump, all the stuff I reviewed from Flextail. I'll put links down in the description, and you can nab 15% off any of that stuff with my code MVDBR15. Make sure you check out the links in the description, guys. There is also free worldwide shipping if you spend over 65 bucks. So awesome. Well, there you go, the new Max Pump 3. Can't wait to see what they come out with next. These guys are always innovating. Really good, lightweight, hiking, camping stuff, which is, as I've mentioned, great for motorbikes when you don't want to be carrying a lot of weight or bulk. Thank you, Flextail, especially Ruby at Flextail. She's really awesome to deal with. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace. Real quick shout out too to Stevo, because I wouldn't even know what Flextail was if he hadn't rocked up to a camping trip one time with one of their first airbed pumps. Good on you, Steve. Cheers, man.